that I listened to yesterday also touched on it, touched on the potential for it. Mornay also said that what's going to happen is that when this thing goes down, that the world government, after creating the world government in a single currency, that they were going to introduce us to the demigods. Now the demigods are the ones who are part us and part not us. Now what am I talking about? If you go back to Greek mythology and Roman mythology, there were the gods, who we now know as the Anunnaki, the Pleiadians, probably the Plagiarians. They left half-breeds here. They had children with Earth women. But because they weren't full-blooded, they were left here. And many were left with technology. They were left in places of power. They were close to control, etc., etc., etc. Many of them look like us, but they're not really us. We are going to be introduced to the demigods. They are going to declare themselves our rulers. They're going to declare themselves our creators. All this stuff, we need to know who they are. And the whole purpose of these events that are coming up between now and July, and I hate giving dates because so many of them don't happen. But you know, everything today.
The organizing committee of London Olympics is building some kind of Avalon-like countryside scene within the Olympic Stadium, where a massive occultist ritual will take place during the opening ceremony of the 2012 Games on the 27th of July. The apparent harmless scenario contains replicas of landmarks of mystic places in England, well known for holding ancient occult rituals and sacrifices.
And there will be a cricket match taking place, and those animals will be real as well. There's over 120 animals: sheep, horses, ducks, cows, the whole lot. There'll be 4 maypoles. There'll be one representing each of the countries, with a rose on top for England, a thistle for Scotland, a daffodil for Wales, and a flax for Northern Ireland. Over at the far end of the stadium, a recreation of the Glastonbury tour has been put in place. I believe it's actually in place right now. And in front of that, to reflect the festival which happens at Glastonbury every year, is a mosh pit where members of the public can get tickets to be part of
sacrifice or any other nightmarish scenario that, judging by the role of Glastonbury symbolism and its connection with the myths of Avalon and the King Arthur, as well as the Holy Grail and the bloodline of Jesus, could be the revealing of the Illuminati Antichrist.
Work only with negative extraterrestrials, and their only objective is to control and enslavement of the Earth humans. After the Earth people have become accustomed to the aliens, the Earth governments wants to make advertising to reinforce the control technologies, such as the chips under the skin. This, of course, is a flattery, in order to make the Earth humans take it at free will, like they've done it for vaccines and control cameras. You will get to hear it constantly. That is for your own good, for your safety, and so on. And as always, some interviews are presented with paid people to testify how important these chips are. At the same time, they want to continue to organize terror attacks so they can declare a national emergency in order to use more the military. Do not forget, they always create a problem so later they can appear as a savior if people are demanding desperately for help. Later, they plan to say that they are even better aliens and want to present you the Greys and the reptilians, those who are keeping Earth in slavery for thousands of years. Then they would tell you, you shall not pay attention to their appearance, but look on their alleged love of humanity. Do not forget, these beings have technologies that are millions of years ahead of yours, such as 3D holograms, and they will use them to demonstrate the Earth people alleged miracles. In addition, they have mental powers to paralyze you. I know this because I met both of them, and they tried to do it on me, in only with my light energy I could chase them away. They will cure diseases in order to attract people to their side. But of course they will not tell you that they themselves have created all the diseases to appear afterwards as a savior in time of need. Their whole performance would have the only purpose of demonstrating their power and to tell the people psychologically that they are the rulers and they want to be celebrated. The nature of the reptiles is cheating, so that the masses do not realize what they are planning. With the help of technology, the dark side wants to create natural disasters in order to create panic, fear and chaos. They would say then that the end of the world had come and that the earth is going to be destroyed. This is also the reason why they show you all the time disaster movies, so that the people's fear give their plan even more energy. And people who are scared and desperate would take everything they get offered. The governments plan to tell you that you can only survive if you leave the earth with the alien spaceships. And those who refuse, they want to force them with military. Therefore, I'm warning you, never let yourself be implanted with a chip, if the governments ever would make advertising for that. Those who fly with the reptilians would realize too late that it is a trap, because they will use as slaves, or in experiments, or as food. Reptilians are doing this since millions of years, and see all the planets as their property and food source. Only spiritual people would then be able to feel that something is not right. At the same time, the dark governments want to make a campaign against the good extraterrestrials, and they will call us negative invaders. You see therefore why I'm telling you in all my messages how important it is to develop spirituality. Only spiritual people will then be able to distinguish light and darkness. Only a positive collective consciousness of love can stop the plan of the...
I capi, che sono al di là degli stessi presidenti dei nostri governi, cioè coloro che fanno parte del governo mondiale, lavorano mano nella mano con alcuni esseri dello spazio, e non sto dicendo che sono quelli che vogliono aiutarci, ma piuttosto quelli che lavorano per loro stessi.
Okay.
They don't deserve our worship. Okay? We have the same capabilities, the same potentialities as they do. All right?
Yeah.
We just don't believe it because we've been so suppressed with religions and told we're sinners, we're bad, we're this, we're that, we're losers, you know? And then they have us warring and fighting with each other. And then they've created religions so that we would continuously go to war with each other and hate each other. I mean, it's just been amazing to be able to step out of this and to see how deep it goes. Well, it's all coming to the surface, and apparently this is the year. This is the year for this all to happen.
So what you're telling to me is that they are going to set up the new world order? I mean...
Yes, Barney said that it would be around for at least 8 months.
Wow.
Okay? It's coming. It is coming.
And extraterrestrials, you should leave. We of the Federation of Light will also appear, but in a very different way. ETs of Light would never force you to anything, and you have the choice to accept our love and help or not.
Bisogna essere molto vigili, perché c'è anche il governo mondiale che è capace di inviare questo genere di messaggio facendo credere che si tratti di un messaggio extraterrestre, ma non lo è per niente. Per questo sono così prudente in materia.
Il mio nome è Anna e sono il leader del mio popolo.
E come Independence Day! E come Independence Day! Independence Day!
I will share with you what I can share with you.
Okay.
With the folks. As you are aware, there's a lot of information coming out from many different sources about the arrest of many criminal bankers, people of high position that are resigning left and right. Many are in the banking industry. And we are being told that this is a really positive thing, which it is, that that the white hats, the good guys, are finally winning, and the bad guys are backing up.
Okay.
I myself have had this belief system and have believed that they were in fact backing up, and they are. Mm-hmm. Things have been going on off-world as well as, on planet, as evidence of this.
Mm-hmm.
However, I was told by Mornay 3.5 weeks ago that the core group of this, of the dark side, we call it many names, the Illuminati, the powers that be, the royal families, the royal bloodline, the reptilians, etc., whatever you want to call them, whatever label we have for them, they are not done. They are not over yet. This war is nowhere near being completed.
Okay.
Okay, and what he told me was that what we see on the surface, they are feigning it. They are faking that they're really, really wounded. And what they're doing is they are eliminating 3 levels of corporate management of the world, that they are eliminating it because it's weak. They cannot depend on it. What they're basically do is getting rid of their own rats, so that when they implement a one world government and a global currency, these guys will not be a part of the management team.
Whoa.
That's who we see getting arrested. But this is not over. Not at all.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are going on. There is literally a war going on around the earth and in the earth. And what I mean by that is in the oceans, etc. Much of the information we're getting is accurate, but it's not the whole story. Okay?
Okay.
Now, to add to that, he also said that a series of things, actions, would be occurring between now and the middle of July of this year.
Okay.
And these events are designed to empower humanity.
Whoa.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the reason for this, I said, well, what are they? He said, I can't share that with you yet because they're still being developed.
Okay.
But the purpose of developing these actions to empower us, because you remember, they've said this all along, whatever actions they have to take, they have to empower us, because we ultimately have to take responsibility for ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
Because babysitting never works.